Hello everyone, Gun Chronicles here. Thank you for tuning in. Today's episode is going to be about a custom Trader Bob compound. This is the second collaboration effort between myself and Level 50 Unlocked. And just as kind of a quick refresher here, this is Trader Bob's original place. This is the one that you will find in the vanilla game. Just kind of a quick little memory refresher here. But this is what Level 50 sent to me to kind of do little bit of touch up and any extra design cues that I thought it might be nice to add to it. But as you can see, he repainted the brick different color. And then you got Bob's trailer down here. Well, he got rid of that. And then added in a nice little helicopter landing area up here on the top. And he expanded the storage bays. He went up another level. And then got some more cars and lootable items under here. But for the most part, he left the storage bays open. And I messaged him back. I was like, hey man, you know how much I like loot, and you added in all these extra storage bays. You know I'm going to have to be exercising a boatload of restraint to keep from loading this place up. And he's like, yeah, I know. Just try to control yourself. I was like, okay, I'll try, but no promises, brother. But yeah, this is what he sent to me, and he obviously, he did a lot of work on this thing, fixing it up and changing it. But here is the final product down here that we ended up with. Now, as you can see, I got rid of this these door areas down here, and added in a couple of rolling doors, and then I moved the speed limit signs over to the side, and the mailbox over here out of the way. And I got rid of the second one, and then I moved this one over here, and I also added in a door here in the center, and then I moved this paved area back one block so I could move the no parking sign back another one, kind of get it away from the edge of the prefab. And then he did something kind of cool here. He doubled up the chain link fencing. There's one on either side, which makes for a rather interesting visual effect with the chain link. And then I noticed though that he made heavy use of the bob wire here, and the chain with that, and then the chain link being doubled up. I was like, I don't think this place would have regular windows. I think they would have, if they've already done all this with the bob wire and the chain link, they would have invested and put in bulletproof glass. So I changed that. Changed all the all the windows to bulletproof glass. And then another small change I did was up here on the stairway. This is what it originally looked like. I kind of added in an end piece here and then added in more of a step here. And one other thing that I noticed was the fire hydrants. Well, the other valve was on the back side here, and I'm like, I need to fix that. OCD kicking in once again. But I was like, I don't think they'd have them recessed under here either. They'd be in a little bit more accessible area, probably right here on the ends. And then I thought the extra transformers down here were just a little bit of overkill for the transformers. So, and I also noticed that as you were going down the stairs on this one, get out of God mode here, you'd bump your head on this one. So I ended up moving that one up another block to get it out of the way. And then I matched up the railing here. Instead of this industrial fencing, I made it actual railings for stairs. But get back in God mode here, so I can get back over here. You can see there's where I changed the railings and the transformer. It's up another one and out of the way now. You don't bonk your head on it. And I moved the fire hydrants out here to the corners, and they're all facing the correct direction now where you can access them. Another small change I did was these gas barrels. I changed them out to the type that has the pallet underneath, because on the original one they were just kind of floating here midair. So just a little detail that I thought I would add in. And since I had to since I put this door here in the center, I put these angled blocks here so it didn't look like you were coming in through a hallway, walking into the place. But since I added that in, I had to get rid of all this and then move these chairs over. And then I ditched the single burning barrel and put two in, one on either side, and then added in a cooler over there. And then since I got rid of the transformers, I added in a little small food pile up here, and then one up here, and a couple of more garbage cans over by the vending machines here. These are all working vending machines. There's a little cooler that I added. And then another change I made was the dog houses here. I spread them out. They were like this. Then I pulled the sign over one block, kind of centered it up underneath the window. And then on the back here, I changed the color of the rolling garage door to red, and then here's what the original looked like. And then I took the do not enter sign out of the center here, and I put one on either side. And then I added in this industrial fencing here at the top. And then some of the lights I turned off just to kind of, because originally he had, I think, most of them turned on, which looks nice, but for some older systems, having a lot of lights in a prefab is kind of a performance hit. So if you have somebody that has an older PC, you could possibly be giving their system a performance hit by having a lot of lights in your prefab and turned on. So just kind of a building tip there for everyone. But let's get out of God mode here for a second, and we'll run down here. And this is where I did most of my stuff. I added in loot because I am a loot fiend. So yeah, I couldn't resist having all these empty bays. I had to put stuff in them. So if you're needing gasoline, Trader Bob's place. And then I threw in these blue barrels here so you can get you some water too, the murky water, and some of the wine barrels. And go up here on top. Now I did kind of exercise some restraint on these. I managed to force myself to leave these empty, but of course on the very last one you got the good stuff. Oh yeah, a hardened chest. Now it's locked. You will have to pick this thing open, but you got the big prize down here. And then on this side, you have the armory room. Yeah, all the good stuff in here. You got a gun store box, got equipment racks, gun racks, munitions boxes. Now another thing I did is I went in and I added in all these little utility kind of industrial lights in each one of the storage bays. And in here you got basically car parts and construction site working stiff boxes. Just kind of this more decoration bay here. Now if this was not a trader protected area, you could wrench all this stuff down, get you some good resources, but since it is protected, it's mainly just here for decoration. Same thing here is where Bob does a little bit of engine work, does his mechanicking. Car parts box. And then you just got some cardboard boxes down here. Moving on down into the other side. We've got a little living area here. If you're happy to be passing through, You can possibly rent a room for Bob for a few nights. He's got some accommodations for you. Not spacious, but hey, get you out of the weather. You know, even got you, happens to be chilly, got you a wood stove. And this is just some more decorations, you know, resources here. In the original POI that you find in the game, I always thought it was kind of lame that, you know, he just had very little in his storage bays, and what was in there is pretty much junk. So as you can see, I have fixed all that. But got you a destroyed chemistry station, sink, and another one. Got your barrel. Another chemistry setup over here. Only this one is actually usable. There is a usable workstation of each type in Trader Bob's. So if you're hard up for a workstation, you can find one in here. You got 2 destroyed, but 1 usable. Same thing here. Here's your functional workbench. Even got you some little bit of storage up here at the top, and a toolbox, a couple toolboxes. And here is a functional forge, along with a couple of destroyed ones. These toolboxes here are random helpers. They may or may not be lootable. And get you a couple of rolling toolboxes down here. And table saw. These are no longer functional. They used to be back in previous alphas, but mainly just for decoration now. But you can come upstairs here. Got you some more. This is a destroyed workbench, but got you some construction site, working stiff. And then some more destroyed forges. Construction site boxes here. Construction, working stiff. More toolboxes and destroyed workbench. More cement mixers. So you got a pretty good chance of finding a workstation schematic in here if you've been trying to find one. But another little chemistry area. And same thing here. But that's it for the storage bays. Here's what the main building looks like here. I did a little bit of changing in here, nothing too drastic. It's like go back in God mode here. As you can see, I had moved the soda fountain over, and there was a washing machine, but I added in a dryer to go along with the washer, and I moved the soda fountain over here, which meant I had to move the safety poster up here, and then I added in a trash compactor and a medicine cabinet, or an extra medical cabinet over the toilet here. And then here on the second floor, this is pretty much how level 50 had made it. I didn't change anything on this floor. Left it the way it was. And here's what he did on the top floor here. I was going to get rid of the lantern and then put a light in, but then I saw where he had these trim pieces going around the wall, which negates being able to do that. You can't place anything on the ceiling here. Even though you can see it, these trim blocks take up that space. It counts that whole area as one block. So if you try putting a light up here on the ceiling, it looks like it's just hanging in midair. So I just ended up just leaving the lantern here because of that. But here is the top floor. And then you got a ladder over here. And you got your fake lookout, you know. That was one other thing that I did. He just had the ladder, you know, stopping here. I added in the bottom rung. I figure you're in the trader area. It's protected. Zombies should not be getting in here to be able to get up here to climb the ladder anyway. So might as well have it a complete ladder. And then, of course, he had added in our little collaboration signature, a 50 for him and a GC for me, which I think he, no, he didn't have that on the original. And then, of course, final area. You got Mr. Bob himself.
Howdy do, friend.
Howdy, Bob. How you doing today? How's business treating you? But you got some bookcases back here, a couple of safes. I did change the terrain texture out in here. I changed it to from asphalt to a concrete. And then up here is this is the supply area that level 50 had put in. I didn't change anything in here. I left it as is, other than there was one little block here that texture was off a little bit. Just easy, very easy to do when you're painting a large structure, to have a errant block get hit that you didn't mean to. It's always nice to have a second pair of eyes looking out for stuff like that. I know I've done that on some of mine, and then later on I was going through and it's like, oh man, crap, I missed that. So I'd have to go back in and go fix it. But that is our custom Trader Bob. Give you an aerial view of it here. But once again, level 50, he did the majority of the work on this thing. I just kind of came back, run along behind, did a little bit of touch up here and there, and so he gets the majority of the credit for this thing. but the place turned out looking pretty good. Now, if you would like to have a copy of this to use for yourself, I'll leave a link to his channel down in the description below, and one to his Discord as well. And I believe he's posted this over on Nexus Mods, so you can find it there also. But that's it for today's episode. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to leave you all with it. Gun Chronicles signing off, and I'll catch you on the next one.